How long should you hold on to puppies for? As a breeder, how long do you want to hold on to puppies for before, you know, you need to place them out? They need to go to their forever homes, whatever the case may be.
Until they stop crying.
Yeah. Stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss this episode of Breeders' Hacks. All right, guys? What's going on, Bully fam? It's your boy, the educator, the scientist, Mr. Double Muscle on Bulls. I got my partner here, Pac. No days off, bullies. You too tall, man. You gotta get down a little with our short people. But
so you gotta sit in the chair here.
Yeah. But anyway, so we was just looking at this litter of puppies and kind of going over what you need to, like, how long you should hold on to puppies for, essentially. You know, when I first started, you know, I had thought you would want to hold on to puppies for, you know, not that long. You want to quickly get them sold, you want to quickly get them moved, you want to have deposits on everything so that they can quickly be sold. But that was a mistake I made very early on in my dog breeding career, which I no longer make, because you don't necessarily know what you're gonna get before the puppies are born. You don't know if it's gonna be, if the breeding's gonna click and the breeding, just like all the puppies are keepers, or you don't know if the breeding doesn't click and all the puppies are not gonna be, you know, ideal for breeding. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, breeding, they're not gonna be breeding stock, breeding quality. Personally, for me, you know, I try to get familiar with what the puppies look like at different ages, you know, based off of you know, the bloods that I work with. I try to compare and say, okay, so like this is what these puppies looked like at this age compared to these puppies at this age. You know what I'm saying? These look like something that could be of breeding quality, and also getting other people's opinion. Right. You know, getting other people's opinion. But if a puppy has the potential, here's my answer to this. Really, is I'm willing to sit on a puppy and wait on a puppy for up to 6 months. I'll wait 6 months. I think there's potential.
I had two litters at one time, and I held both litters for like more than 6 months.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I have no problem waiting, you know, 6 months. And I really learned that from one of my mentors is, you know, you can't be in a rush to sell pups.
To me, that's why I feel like that's where quality comes into play. I feel like that's where like I told you yesterday, like when you're a real breeder, like your blood's consistent, you're producing consistent puppies, you don't mind keeping them dogs.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like you don't mind holding on to your litter. If you buy it, you buy it. If you don't, I'm okay with it.
Exactly. Yeah, as a breeder, yeah, you like, yes, you do need to sell puppies, but that really isn't your main objective. Your main objective is to be producing better quality of dogs, or more of the quality that you have, or whatever the case may be. But the goal is to, you know, produce dogs that will carry out, he's shaking a little bit, that will carry out your dog breeding program. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's a little warm. Here, you can put him in your pocket. So that's essentially the goal. This one's a lot better. This one's a lot warmer.
Yeah.
So that's essentially the goal, is the fact that you want to produce dogs that will continue your dog breeding program. So that's the mistake I made early on, and I share it with you guys so that you guys hopefully don't make the same mistake. If you have a puppy that's questionable, and here's a better thing that I can say too. Make sure you get people's opinion, right, that are familiar with the blood.
Right.
You know, if I have, let's just say I produced a litter off of, I'm gonna just use paintball for example. If I produce a litter off of paintball, and Garden State is the dudes that own that dog, and they produced hundreds of litters off that dog, I'm gonna say, hey, what do you guys think of this litter? Who do you think that I should keep off this litter?
Yeah, just their opinion based off
just their opinion. Yeah. And a reputable breeder is gonna tell you, you know, if you contact me and you get a litter off of one of my studs, I'm going to tell you, hey, look, based off of my years of experience with this particular bloodline, I would pick these dogs. I would wait on whichever dogs these are. You know, so that's huge. I think those are the two biggest takeaways, is don't be afraid to sit on puppies. And like I said, I'll sit on puppies all the way up until 6 months. Maybe some bigger breeds, you might be wanting to wait up until a year. Because some bigger breeds, they really take that much time to pop.
Yeah, because they'll be huge puppies.
Exactly. Yeah, they'll be huge puppies, you know. But yet again, as a breeder, you can't be afraid to say, okay, well, you know what? I might not get the quick sale because they're small puppies and this and that. You have to be willing to sit and wait on puppies. And I wish I would have learned that sooner, because I made that mistake where I was so quick because I didn't want. I made my picks. And I was like, that's it. I'm keeping one male, one female, everything's gone, and the next thing you know, and I had a female that my partner was like, yo, you should keep her, and I was like, and the next thing you know, we sold her, and she turned out to be phenomenal. The lilac one, yeah, she was crazy.
Yeah,
she was crazy,
like, wow.
And I would be using her in my program to this day. You know, her blood would still be running through my program to this day.
Brick house.
Exactly, exactly. So that's why I say, like, the best advice I could give is do not be afraid to wait and sit on puppies. Let them mature a little bit, you know, and
they're good, they're gonna sell anyway.
Yes, and if it's good quality, whether they're 2 months, whether they're 6 months, whether they're a year, it will sell, you know.
It still have its value, yeah.
And still have its value. And yet again, and even if they're not quality, I'd rather sit on a puppy and wait and see how it turns out than to sell it quickly and then next thing I know and regret it. That's one of the biggest regrets as a breeder that you don't want to have. You sell a puppy that you should have kept, and trust me, drop a comment down below if it's happened to you. You know, other breeders will tell you that is not a feeling you want, you know. So anyway, guys, that was pretty much the moral of the story. Is like, I'm willing to sit on a puppy for 6 months. If I had to, I would wait on a puppy for a year if I had to, you know. And that's why I've made the appropriate space that I have, that I could accommodate more dogs, or, you know, some dogs go to my partner's establishment or whatever the case it may be. You know, we have enough space to house more dogs so that we can sit on dogs and see how they mature and see if they you know, become the look that we need, or, you know, we sell them or whatever the case may be. You know, I know a lot of breeders get bad raps, but in all actuality, we don't, like, for us, like, we don't breed to sell puppies. We're breeding to create, you know, and continue the look that we're trying to achieve, and in the process, obviously selling the puppies that maybe don't fit the criteria, but still make great pet homes. You know, still make great pet homes. Pets, and really, even after their breeding careers are over with, they go to great pet homes. Or some of my dogs are lifers. They're with me for life, and they're, you know, they're great. So anyway, guys, like I said,
I got 3 retired girls, so they just
do not be afraid to sit on puppies, especially that with the market that we're in right now. You're not going to be losing out on a whole lot, and you have everything to gain. So don't be afraid to sit on puppies, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Ask other breeders who may be familiar with the look or familiar with the bloodline, or the breeder who created your bloodline, and ask them, what do you think of these puppies? You know, you do that, it can set this little tip and trick can literally set your program years and years and years ahead, while you have other breeders in your particular breed that may be selling some of their best dogs and they don't even know it. You're going to be holding on to some of your best dogs and being able to further your program and get you to the next level. So anyway, we gotta feed these puppies.
Puppies.
We just figured we'd share this with you guys. We just figured we'd share this with you guys real quick, you know, and go over that. And hey, you know, as always, hope this information is helpful. Hope it's useful. And we'll see you guys on the next episode of Breeders Hacks. All right. Any recession,
period,
you know, the weak people are gonna get out of it.
Always jump
for the low, for the cheap, and you can buy dogs. Right now's the time to buy a dog. If you want a dog, yes.
This is the real estate market of the dog time.
Yeah,
you can invest. You can get a $10,000 dog right now for $2,500.
Yep. Right now is the time to be buying dogs.
The market is down.
And then give it some time.
Just wait it out.
And people,
wait it out.
And that
investment, it's just like a house. Sometimes you wait till the land.
Exactly. Right now, my best advice is to be breeding what you like, breed for yourself,
Yes, sir.
and be prepared to keep litters, you know, because once we're out of this little kind of doggy recession, yeah, people are gonna be buying dogs like crazy. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, guys, we'll see y'all later. And when I first started breeding dogs, you know, I what's up?
I think he's pooping.
Ooh, he's pooping. You can't make this up. Okay, well, we'll let him have his piece for a moment then. That's too funny. I just put him in the wheelie pad.
Oh. I was looking like...
Yo, I was like, no way he is. Because I'm manhandling him, so I'm like...
Yeah, I was like, he's pooping.
Word. Take two. Puppies. So, all right. So, yeah. So,